How's it going, everyone? My name is Jake, and welcome to another video. With Halloween behind us, the holiday season is in full effect with Thanksgiving just around the corner. October brought Build Days, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about what happened during Build Days, what happened in October, and what I took from it, doing a bit more detail. I promise this is the last time that I'm going to talk about it, but what is Build Days? Build Days is created by Evan Mansma. It's this event in his community where he challenges his audience and himself to do something creative every single day, which is to involve yourself in your hobbies or just some sort of creative outlet every single day. Now, of course, everybody has lives. You can't make time for something like that every day, but just a little bit of improvement in some way. And regardless, it's still just a way for us all to support each other. Some of the physical goals that I had for Build Days were getting some stuff off my to-do list, so some maintenance on some blasters, was upgrading my workbench, getting the materials together at least to start work on a leather-bound notebook for my EDC, and experiment with video making, because there was a method to making videos I wanted to test out. Now, regarding that one specifically, I didn't get to do exactly what I had in mind, but I did get to play around with how I make my videos. For starters, all three videos, which somehow I actually did manage to make 3 videos in October. I'm very proud of myself for that. But all 3 videos were done without any sort of real planning. I knew what I was going to talk about, I knew what I was going to do, but I went into it not having a set plan for how exactly I'm going to execute the video, what I'm going to say. And in videos like Blaster Talk, which I have played around with scripting now, there is a script in the works for a Blaster Talk video, possibly coming this month. But everything was done just off the hip. Also, with this new location of the desk, it actually forced me to be more creative with the way that I use camera angles, so I got to play around with a few of those. I felt that switching between different camera angles actually worked very well. Now, I am going to actually admit to 2 things, which is one, if it wasn't for getting these microphones near the beginning of October, I probably wouldn't have been as productive as I was, because I made it very clear that I got these microphones so I could specifically make the videos that I want to make, which I haven't exactly used them for their intended purposes yet, but that's because there are some outside forces at work that have caused me to not be able to go out and get outdoor footage. That being the park where I usually would get outdoor footage is currently closed. There, the grass field has a big fence around it, and so in the meantime, we got to look for another place to do some shooting. But I am boggling around some ideas about doing some indoor shooting other than just the whole 20 feet of my room at Ramsey over there. I didn't get to upgrade my workbench because we did have some car trouble. That car is now sold. We don't have a car, but we're making our way around. There's nothing to be worried about there. If the right timing matches up, maybe a friend of ours can help out with that. Who knows? But I think I've stated in one of the past videos that I really didn't think I was going to be able to make videos until I got those upgrades, but I went ahead and just did it. I started making videos even without those upgrades, and I'm happy for it because now I have a vision of what those videos in the future are going to look at, and that taught me something, which is on the mental side of Build Days for me, which we'll get into a little later. But other than that, the big thing is getting stuff off of my Nerf to-do list. We had some repairs, which we got done to the rough cut, to the Magnus here. Finally put in the weighted grip for the Busby Baron. And I really just put them here so that I could kind of fill the desk up a bit more. But this Busby Big Blast and this Siren Gnarl are contenders for the next Blaster Talk. Now, most likely it'll be the Gnarl, because the Big Blast video is going to be a little more involved, which you'll see when we get there. But now this is where we get into the mentality section of Build Days for me, which a big part of it was screen time. I said before that I would often spend hours upon hours on my phone, and I wasn't happy with it anymore when I could be doing all this cool stuff with all my cool toys. I would just doom scroll for a long time, and it was really bad to the point, as I've given an example before, I would check the time and then just end up on Instagram for however long. Which, in regards to that, I do have a watch now. You've probably seen it in the last video. It's just a $20 Casio from Walmart. It's nothing special. I wrote on the box. You can, if you know how to read, you know what it says. Now, I do have a sleep schedule, which isn't much of one. Uh, The time I wake up ranges a lot, but lately I have been staying awake whenever I actually do wake up. I'm not just waking up and then going back to sleep for 2 hours. I'm really proud of myself for actually being able to get up occasionally very early. And I mention sleep schedule because I've noticed that the first meal of the day, having that actually at the dinner table and not in the room with my girlfriend in front of a TV, has actually been very beneficial to me because it doesn't encourage me to reach for my phone first thing in the morning. I actually get to wake up, make some coffee, make breakfast, and eat at the table with my girlfriend. And it prepares me mentally for the day, helps me think about what has to be done. And overall, it's just a very, very nice experience. Also, I'm going to state this because I haven't stated it to anyone but my girlfriend. But when I was a little kid, I hated eating at the dinner table. And this is just a little lore drop about me. I absolutely hated it. And it wasn't until years later, now that I'm an adult, that I realized how important those dinners were. As a kid, I would rather be in front of a TV watching fucking Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom rather than rather than sit at the table with my family eating spaghetti. And I do wish I could go back and sit there, but I'm trying to make up for it now having meals with my family. So if you're a younger kid watching this, you probably shouldn't, but if you are, try to spend as much time with your family as you can, because when you get older and you realize that maybe you should have spent more time, it's gonna really suck. Because of having to pay for rent and food and other adult things when you have an apartment, um, I was not able to gather enough money to buy materials for a notebook. But the reason why I wanted to make that notebook again comes down to my screen time, because oftentimes I would put notes or ideas I had into a notes app, and because it's not anything that's tangible or physical, it's just in my phone, those notes would get forgotten about and disappear in my mind. Out of sight, out of mind. I just would never look at them. And then when I do look at them, it's either too late or I'm now disinterested because I'm spending so much time on my phone. So having a little notebook that I can carry with me and just quickly write something in if I'm thinking it is much more beneficial to me than having a notes app in my phone. Because there's the idea that, oh, it's on my phone. I have my phone everywhere. I can check it anytime. I'm never going to check it. I don't know what it is with me. I never check it. And when I do, it's too late. And this is a trend that is happening a lot about people trying to dumb down their phone or try to uh, get specific tools for specific things, getting an iPod for music, having a dedicated notebook that they carry with them, or a journal. I think that's kind of what I'm doing in a way, but it feels a little cringe to put it that way. It's a good thing. It is very, very helpful. Uh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, something else I did in October for build days, I actually used my Digicam some more, which I've shown off on Instagram, and I actually did do some recording for it for a couple of videos. I brought it with me whenever I went out, and sometimes I would just leave my phone at home and bring the camera with me instead because I can't fit both into my pocket at once. And honestly, having my camera with me and photography in general, like light photography, like not actually dedicating like whole days or trips to photography, but just some light photography here and there, has actually helped me be again a bit more aware of the spaces around me and looking around and seeing, oh, that'd make for a nice picture, that'd make for a nice picture too. And it's opened up the world in a way that I can't really describe. I'm sure it's probably a lot deeper than it really needs to be, but for me, I think that it's really cool and it's really nice to open myself up that way. And back to video making, it also opens up another avenue of creativity for me to include in my videos, because I got to include a little trip to Walmart and some various pictures in recent videos. 4:3 aspect ratio, my beloved. If I honestly, I would shoot everything in 4:3 aspect ratio if I could. Everything needs to be square. Square is the best shape for videos. Think about it. Your home TV is a rectangle, but you go to IMAX. What shape is the screen? Huh? Yeah, think about it. Luxurious. When you have hobbies and when you have so many outlets for creativity, it gives you the opportunity to spend your time, actually getting to use your mind and getting to, fulfill yourself in a way that not many other things can. And, you know, it also, which was again a big goal, obviously, was cutting down my screen time, I didn't really have enough time to be on my phone because all that time was spent opening blasters, cleaning blasters, or helping Bianca decorate. And, I still scrolled every once in a while. It's not like, my phone is still there. I still enjoy doing it. I still spent lots of time watching shows. I still, spend a lot of time watching stuff with Bianca, spending time with her doing stuff that's not my hobbies, but that's still quality time. And the amount of time I've spent on my phone outside of making videos and doing stuff for videos or even just talking to friends, all the stuff, like all the important stuff I've done aside from all of that, I really wasn't on my phone a lot in October, and it was to my benefit. A lot of times when I left my phone at home, I actually found myself feeling a lot better than when I had it. I should probably state I'm not a psychiatrist. If anything that I'm saying here resonates with you and you want to try it, I hope it works for you, but this isn't a guaranteed fix all because this is stuff that has helped me. I'm not fixed per se. I'm just doing stuff that brings me peace and makes me happy. And you should try to do the same. But now, in the aftermath of build days, to wrap this up, the biggest thing that I learned was to just do things. Trying really hard to avoid the obvious Shia LaBeouf meme. But truly, if you want to do something, then I think you should just do it. And people are, and it depends on the situation, of course. But there's going to be times when you really think it's got to be just right. You need this, you need that. You know, again, there are situations where that's applicable, like me and my microphones. But for the most part, if you want to do something, I think you should just do it. And learning to just start something, along with trying to balance that with patience, which is a really big, Bianca will tell you that's a big thing that I need to work on. But trying to balance the two has been a really big lesson because even if it's not hobby related, it's just doing chores, doing dishes, doing laundry, vacuuming, whatever it is. If you just do it, by the end of it, you'll be in a much better place because either the thing you wanted to do got done, or you would have learned something from it if it's, something in regards to, creativity and building something or making something. So just doing something rather than waiting is 9 times out of 10 probably going to be the best solution that I have found for myself, at least. October was a great month for me. Thanks to Evan and the whole community that he's cultivated. It was a great support, great motivation. It was really fun. He himself has been a good inspiration, and it's helped me a lot. Again, October was a great month. I can't promise that there will be multiple videos every month now, but I'm going to try. If not, again, I've stated before, there will be time, and that comes with the patience that I mentioned earlier. I need to be more patient. If something doesn't get done right when I want it, it's okay. I have time. It will come whenever it comes. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone that has stuck around for this little yap session. Thank you to Evan for being a big inspiration. I got 3 videos out last month. You guys, if you haven't seen his channel, you should check it out. The Madman upload fucking literally almost every day of October. I don't know how the hell he did. He's a goddamn madman. But it was a big inspiration to me, so give him some love if you're interested in the content that he makes. And everyone from his community, if you stuck around for any of these videos, or if you've joined my audience, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for the support that you've shown me. I'll see you next time. Also, I found Cynthia. I'll see you guys later.